Good morning. In this lecture video, we are going to see the part 2 topic spelling. So in a previous video, we started with the effective usage of punctuation marks and how to use it effectively in our writing. Whereas now we're gonna see the topic spelling. So usage of spelling, while speaking we may not notify the mistakes with this, whereas while in writing, if a person makes mistake, in the sense it is highly noticed by all the people. Recently I come across a few letters which is written by my own students. They used to write words like uh, they teached me, and I chose. I just quite wonder after reading these two spellings, because these two spelling were quite predominant in many of their letter. And also why these kind of things occurred, in the sense because of lack of practice and over influence of texting messages by using the mobile phones. So we used to type very shortly, whereas the same to be implemented even though in our professional settings also. So and also people are not familiar with the proofreading part. So we used to say that after completing your whether it is a letter or else a passage of your own, whatever it is, you just go through the content to understand whether have you written it properly, have you used the grammar content properly, and all. So these are all the things will help you to overcome your spelling mistakes. So here we have a few rules by applying the spellings. So the very first one is doubling consonants. So the word double, which sounds, it increase the volume of the word. For instance, we often double the final consonant of a word. For instance, except the vowel part, consonants such as b, d, g, l, m, n and all. So when a suffix beginning with a vowel which is added, it double it forms. For instance, words like hop, hopped, hopping, red, reddish, slim, slimming, thin, thinner, rub, rubbed, travel, traveler. So in all these words, these end of your word get doubles in its form. And the second rule is that the final e, we often drop the final e when a suffix beginning with a vowel is added to it. For instance, fame plus us, it became famous. So here we are dropping the e. Invite, invitation, hated, notable, hoping, approval. All these words, the final e is removed when the suffix is added with it. And next rule is that changing the y into I form. When we add a suffix to a word ending in a consonant y, the y changed into the I. For instance, amplify becomes amplifier, happy becomes happily, easy becomes easily, fury become furious, spy becomes spies. Similarly, busy become business. And here we have a few difference between British and American spelling. So when we type when we use the document, word document, very often it shows the problem with the words such as program, theater, center and all. So these are all the few distinction part of British and American English. So analyze, we can use SE as well as ZT. And airplane, so we used to say aeroplane, whereas in American English people used to say it is airplane. And center, check, color. So these are all the words people very often get confused. And here I have a list of homophones, because these homophones are having same sound but with the different meanings. In very particular cases when we hear the sound of a word, we might, it leads to the wrong spell of it. If when you fix it with the context, it gives some kind of a misinterpretation of messages, especially words such as compliment. A compliment, when you hear I compliment her, if you are using the word, if you are using the spelling complement in this sense, it is completed, whereas complement complement will be the right choice here. Similarly, if you use a word desert, I can say camel lives in a desert. If you are using some sort of spelling like a desert in the sense, it meant the fruit salad. So if you're specifically aware about the meaning of these two particular words, you can overcome the mistakes happening with them. And next thing is that u after q, so no s after x. So every word that has a q in it will be followed by u, and also it doesn't have that much sound, so there letter U is pronounced in a silent way. Similarly, words S is followed by after X. Words like excite, excitement, exam, excessive, and all, excellence, and words ending in ck, so monosyllabic words that have the single sound at the end are seen to have ick in the spelling. For instance, these are all the word pronounced at a stretch, that's why we call it as a monosyllabic word. For instance, chick, pack, nick, tick, kick, so these are all the words are pronounced at a stretch. So some commonly misspelled words, so we used to misspelled with committee, commissioner, and accessible, hypocrisy, pronunciation, perseverance, phenomenon, manuscript, harass, hygiene, hypocrisy. So, to overcome the spelling mistakes in our day to day life, we should read a lot. So, for everything, whatever you want to do, you just read a quite increase the habit of reading things. At the same time, use the spelling in properly, because when you speak the word, you may not find the difference with this, whereas when you write it, you get confused, should I go with this spelling, or else should I use some other spelling and all. So learn a word, use it frequently in your writing. So by doing this, your writing skill and your spelling knowledge also improved a lot. Thank you.